We just stood there, in shock as we looked down. So many questions running through our heads, wondering if we had just done something, anything. And maybe things could have turned out different. At the age of just 4, his mother told him he was a mistake, said that she had a her way he wouldn't be here today. She resented him, despised him, blamed him for everything, couldn't even look him in the eyes without being filled with rage. Said that he was the reason his dad walked out. That from the moment she knew she was pregnant, everything changed. She went from being madly in love, drunk, high every night, to juggling 2 jobs and struggling to pay rent. Now she's a single mom with no future, and of course he's the one to blame. And she reminded him of this fact every single day. By age 11, he'd seen it all. Drug addiction, violence, sexual abuse. He tried to block it out as best as he could, but no matter how hard he tried, it was no good. Because you see, the problems kept growing, and just when he thought he'd seen enough, he entered high school, under the false impression that this was going to be his fresh start, a chance to finally be himself. Who knew kids could be so cruel? They beat him, shamed and spat in his food, mocked him, chased him, but somehow he'd make it through. He wasn't even living at this point, he was just struggling to survive. But with no one else to turn to, what else could he do? Wasn't long till the teachers labelled him a problem child. Said he was disruptive, an inconvenience, that if he didn't settle down, he'd be kicked out. Didn't even try to understand him. He tried to push it all out, but how? He couldn't fight it anymore. He'd put up with it for too long. He no longer cared. He was getting angry now. Problems at school, the streets at home. Where was he supposed to go? By this point, he let his emotions take over. He was angry, violent, abusive. He'd completely lost control. He was done caring about anything. He didn't give a shit anymore. Age 16, and he was walking in his father's footsteps, lost and consumed by self-hate. Took drugs to block out the thoughts in his head, anything to numb the pain. Desperately wanted to get away, escape to a better place. A place where he could call home. A place where he felt safe. Safe to face another day, but that doesn't happen in the real world. Because you see, there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Not for people in this place. Because you see, he wasn't a bad kid. He was just scared. Left to fight this world on his own, desperately wanted someone to care. Wasn't long till he gave in to it. He'd become someone he hates. He didn't want to fight it anymore, he'd accepted it. This was his fate. And just like that, he ended it. No words, no notes. Didn't even make it to his 18th birthday. Sad thing is, given the chance, he could have been great. But none of that matters now. Because it's too late. He can no longer be saved, brought back from the grave to live another day. We live in a world where people turn to suicide as an escape. Because living has become their biggest source of pain. Why do we never realize our mistakes? Why do we only learn when it's too late? The local news will report this is just another case. Come up with excuses like how he wasn't mentally sane or how kids are so easily influenced these days. Give it a few days and you won't even remember his name. Just another statistic. And so many young people go the exact same way. This is the world we live in. It's such a cruel world. It's such a shame.